we're gonna make amazing tacos. My wife doesn't like tacos, believe it or not. I know, it's weird. But it's because she doesn't like minced meat and like little loose stuff. So we're gonna make these tacos today. I'm gonna make it for her and see if I convince her that she really does like tacos if I make them. And if she doesn't, we tried. I know I'm gonna like them. I know our son's gonna like them, so I hope she will. So very simple. We're gonna start off with the meat, and we're gonna have two different types of meat. We have some bone-in short ribs, and then just like a stew meat. You know, that's all you need. Nothing fancy, just a nice chunk of stew meat. We're gonna cut that up. We're gonna actually cut that up a little bit. Move it up. So we're gonna start off with smoking that. The ingredients, we need some of these chilies right here, as you can see. We're gonna stem them, remove the seeds. We're gonna make something out of that. We're gonna spice up this meat with the RecTeq, actually 2019 spice. So Ray, come out with a new version of this for 2021. I like this spice, very simple. Black pepper, salt, garlic, onion, parsley, red pepper flake, nothing fancy. But later we're gonna smoke this first, give it some smoke flavor, and then we're gonna put it in like a Dutch oven with all the stuff, and you'll see that with some with some carrots. We'll give it some color, onion, and we'll finish it up on the flat top. But let's start off with this meat. So let's go ahead and cut this into a little bit more manageable pieces. So maybe like that, 3 big pieces like this. We're gonna put that here. And then we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle that salt on it. So here we go, just generously add the spice on it. Obviously make sure you get both sides. Like that, like that, like that. And that's it, you know, nothing complicated, which I like about this. It's really not that complicated, but will taste just absolutely amazing. Like, make sure we get all the sides. And that looks good. So let's go ahead and put those out in the smoker. So follow me. So here we go. We got the Bullseye on 225. So, which will give it some smoke. And let's go ahead and put these in here. And we'll put them in for about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes or so, just to get them some good smoke and get that flavor into that meat. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, so now we cut up the carrots. We're actually gonna put it in this Dutch oven. I have the Staub Cocotte. It's, we'll fill it up with all the goodness. So the carrots are for color. We'll cut up the onion in half. We'll put that in there. Eventually that beef will go in here as well. I like Mexican cinnamon sticks, but you can use really any cinnamon sticks. So go ahead and give it some flavor. And the thing about Mexican, it's just more brittle. It's for some reason I find it to be more better for cooking. So there, we're gonna put some bay leaves. Some oregano. You can use Italian, but again, Mexican oregano is more flavorful, in my opinion, especially for this kind of dish. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna put that in there. That should be good. And then a little bit of cumin as well. That smells good, doesn't it? You guys can't smell it, but trust me, it smells good. So some cumin. And now comes the hard part, or the fun. So we have some New Mexico chili, and I can't pronounce it, but guajillo chili. What I like to do is, and this is gonna be a little bit messy, but cut off the stem if you can, if you want, or you should actually. And then it has all these seeds in here. Get rid of the seeds because we don't need it to be super spicy. So get rid of as many of these seeds as you can. And we might have to open it up more like this one and this guy. And it's dried, and look at all that seed. We're gonna go ahead and empty out as much of these seeds as possible. Use a knife to scrape it out. Throw that in there. You'll see there's so many seeds, like, because it's dried up. There it is, we'll throw all of that. So we'll use both chilies. We'll put about maybe 4 or 5 of each in here. Let's use up some of these chilies. And again, you can see obviously you can keep the seeds if you want it more spicy, but I think the idea is flavor, not burning spices. And the last step is we're gonna take some bone broth to give it a little more, you can add water obviously, but again, why have a bland taste when you can make it more delicious? So we're gonna put that in here. Okay, and that's gonna eventually go out to the RecTeq as well once that meat has enough flavor. We'll see in a little bit. So we got the meat pulling in all that beautiful smoke that is will give it a lot of flavor. It's time to put this goodness in there now. So let's go ahead and put that in there and add the meat. It's filling it up really nicely. We'll close it up and we'll crank up the heat now to 350 or 375. Get it to boil and then we'll let it simmer, once it gets to boil. Okay, so we cooked it for about 30 minutes. And we're gonna get the peppers and put them in the blender. So we're using the VitaMix right here. So we hydrated these peppers to some degree. Put them in here and we're gonna blend them. Get them all in. It smells so good. Let's go a little more. I think we have, one more here? Don't hide from me. There we go. Let's make sure there's nothing left. Looks good. So I'm gonna get a spoon and give it some of the bone broth as well. Should do it. So what we're going to do next is put the meat back in. You see that nice color it's getting from the smoke, and I'm going to go ahead and put all that back in. That and pour this goodness all over it. And that's gonna go back in the smoker for about 4 hours. All right, we're into a few hours of this. Let's take a look at it. Look at that. That looks like it's ready. Give it a little stir. Yep, it's falling off the bone. Look at that. Falling apart, which is what I want. That's good. I'll take it off in a little bit. Look what we got. So I took the meat out, and it's, look how tender it is. Kind of break it up like that, shred it. That's what happens when you cook it nice and slow in that smoker, and all those juices. There's that, so it just falls apart. It literally fell apart from the bone. And then I took the sauce out too. You can strain it if you want to, but I didn't. And we got some corn tortillas, some onion, cilantro, and some Chihuahua cheese. And we're gonna take that to the griddle. So we got the Blackstone ready. We got all our ingredients, we got our meat and our sauce. So here's what we do, is we first get a little bit of oil. Go ahead and kind of get that around. We're using some avocado oil. We got some loud kids, obviously. I'm gonna put that here. So here comes the fun. One taco. Dip it both sides. And then one taco shell. Another one like that. How's that? I'm gonna move this a little closer. Whoops. You can do that too. We'll do a double. Let's do a couple here. Isn't that beautiful? We got some loud kids in the neighborhood. Okay. We're trying to heat down this a little bit. Okay. Next, what we do is put some cheese. Cheese. That. You can obviously add more cheese if you wanted to. That. And add the meat. We'll use the tongs. Doesn't that smell good? You can't smell it. Sorry. That. Oh, this smells so good. A little too much, but it's up to you guys how you want to do this. Some onions. Onions, onions, little onions, onions there. And then lastly, cilantro. there you go. We got this nice, I'll use